What are some myths that you've seen people talk about when it comes to AI search and large language models that you want to call out? I think when we were prepping for this call, I framed it as when somebody says these things, it pisses you off because you know it's wrong. So Brian, I'll come to you first because I think there's a lot of these. Get just quick. What are some myths that you think people have and misconceptions when it comes to large language models and AI search in general?
I mean, by far the most common is the ranking, but I think we touched on that. I guess I could say like, in how the content is produced, right? So, again, too, we have on our website, like very specifically like tactics we're doing, like that are helpful. But just to summarize quickly, if my content that I'm putting on my website is generated by AI, or this wasn't written by me, right? Maybe I'm editing, proofing, whatever. Is that going to determine whether it's shown or not? And there's a lot that could go into that response, but not really, because it's about the quality of your content. Like if the page is doing what it's supposed to do, if it's if it's trusted sources, if it has answers, you know what I mean, that makes sense and that are natural language. This is a quality page. This has elements that these engines are relying on to deliver a good response that it feels is accurate and trusted. And, it wants to give you the right answer. So, your content has to be ready to, survive there. You have to have correct information. It has to be structured correctly. It has to have traditional elements. It has to have new elements. Like it's all part of the puzzle, or all a piece of the pie, whatever you want to say. But that's probably one of the other big ones is like, in terms of producing the content, like where to go and stuff that I get a lot. But yeah.
Awesome.
Short answer.
Mackenzie, any myths you want to dispel?
Whenever I hear somebody ask the question, how do I make sure that my website, my business, my product is optimized for the search engine? In my mind, I kind of go, I don't like how that was worded, because if you are optimized for the search engine or optimized for Google, you are optimized for the LLM. There's no secret sauce where you are just, if I do these three things, I am optimized, quote unquote, for ChatGPT. Does not work that way. It's just natural if you are optimized for the search engine, and that is optimized for the search engine in the modern day, and you're doing the things that we typically recommend, such as having good schema and make sure that you have the rich content that would be cited and show up in the AI overview. If you're doing these things for the search engine, that is naturally going to roll over and translate into ChatGPT or whatever your preferred LLM is. But at the same time, don't be surprised when, as Brian mentioned earlier, every week you do the same query and you get a slightly different answer, sometimes a drastically different answer. That's how the LLMs work. They want to give you an answer that they think you're going to like, because the LLM wants you to continue using the LLM, or rather the parent company of the LLM wants you to keep using their LLM. So it's really important at the end of the day to just keep your eyes on the search engine, keep your eyes on Google. Make sure you're optimized for that first, and good things will follow.